The reality you inhabit, the information you consume, it is not organic, nor discovered. It is overwhelmingly constructed, a meticulously crafted narrative, built layer by layer, by design, not by chance. Evidence supports this, traced through global policy documents, the algorithms governing your digital experience, and dominant media frameworks. These are not neutral conduits. They are instruments, tools, explicitly shaping perception, guiding thought, and directing behavior. Consider the daily inputs, news cycles, social feeds, educational curricula. Each element reinforces a specific worldview, a pre-packaged understanding. You believe you are merely watching, yet you are being watched. You are not the audience. You are the subject, the target, the data point. Your consent is presumed, your participation assumed. Such is the fundamental, often painful, truth. This scripted reality is pervasive, demanding radical discernment and a new way of seeing. This serves as our baseline. We start here because clarity precedes action, and informed action is now required. We feel the tug or persistent undercurrent. We observe the architects, their designs increasingly transparent. Yet we remain seated, silent. We recognize the distortions and the deliberate reframing of reality. Still we engage. We click. We consume. We pay. This compliance stems from comfort, convenience, and a deep-seated aversion to disruption, a quiet complicity. Reflect on your daily interactions, your financial transactions, the institutions holding your assets, the curriculum shaping your children's minds, the entertainment feeding your attention. These are not neutral. They are threads interwoven into vast, intricate tapestries. Systems, their primary function is clear formation, not facilitation, nor service. They are engineered to mold, to condition, to direct. They do not exist to make your life easier. They exist to make you compliant. We fund our own shaping. We empower our own conditioning. Our participation is approval. Such as the painful calculus. It demands reckoning. This pattern of deception is not new. It is ancient. Jesus warned us, though his prophecies were not about a singular, cataclysmic event or a sudden, undeniable flash. Instead, he spoke of a pervasive, subtle deception, an atmospheric shift. It is a time when error would be amplified and truth itself would be inverted, called its opposite, light labeled darkness, good, evil. We breathe this atmosphere, a constant, low-frequency hum of falsehood. Spiritual warfare is not abstract or theoretical. It is the air, the water, and the ground beneath our feet. It represents a deliberate turning of the compass and a calculated distortion. The enemy's playbook is old, yet his tactics adapt while his goal remains fixed. Confusion, division, and usurpation. He seeks to redefine reality, and we are living within that redefinition. The warnings were specific, and the signs are clear. The question is not asterisk if asterisk it is happening, but asterisk what asterisk you will do now that you see it. Media claims to inform, yet it actually controls. Its primary function is not enlightenment but enforcement of a singular perspective, a constructed reality. They promise insight, but deliver emotional currents like fear and outrage. It is a constant churn, designed to bypass reason, hijack your limbic system, and override your own judgment. They assure you of global awareness, but what they truly forge is mass uniformity and a collective mind. The incentive for absorption is not truth, but inclusion, a sense of belonging. The warm embrace of the consensus and the feeling of being in the know serve as the bait. This illusion of shared understanding demands the cost of your independent thought. To ingest their carefully curated stories without critical filtration is to surrender your autonomy. By accepting their terms, definitions, and directives, you pledge allegiance to a system rather than to verifiable fact. You favor their chosen narrative, becoming what they want you to be. In essence, you accept their mastery and serve. Medicine presents itself as the path to wellness, but its true offering is not enduring vitality. It is chronic reliance and a perpetual client state. The system thrives on this engineered dependency. Its operational engine is not patient recovery but sustained revenue. Protocols are designed for maximum financial yield rather than optimal human flourishing, and the evidence is clear. Your physical self is reclassified from a sacred vessel to a mere biological apparatus, a machine of inputs and outputs to be managed and optimized. It is no longer a temple to be honored, as its inherent dignity is dismissed. The inducement for adherence is a fragile sense of safety, a brief reprieve from inconvenience. This is the transaction, a relinquishing of your bodily autonomy and discernment. When health becomes a marketable good, your genuine welfare recedes into the background. It is overshadowed by economic imperatives. The industry dictates, your body follows, and your spirit bears the silent burden. Education purports to be the gateway to understanding. In reality, its actual output is not broad intellectual discovery, but rather narrow, prescriptive thought, a pipeline for ideological conformity. We observe the result, a generation shackled by crushing debt and programmed for groupthink. Independent thought is not rewarded. Instead, it is often penalized. The institution insists it imparts wisdom, yet it meticulously constructs a specific worldview. A set of pre-approved narratives forms the rigid parameters of acceptable belief. Dissent is not merely discouraged. It is frequently labeled as misinformation or hate. The inducement for submission remains the illusion of social mobility, promised through a fragile, paper credential. It signifies not true expertise, but disciplined compliance. They are not cultivating critical minds. They are shaping pliable ones. Rather than teaching your children how to evaluate information, they dictate what information to accept, such as the deliberate formation, the machine at work, with a purpose that remains clear. Who are you, truly, beyond the algorithms and demographics? The systems define you as a consumer unit, a market segment, or a data point to be harvested. However, this is not your identity. It is their fabrication, a carefully constructed cage. You are formed not by their metrics or their desires, but by divine intention. You are a child of God, which serves as your irreducible truth. It precedes all their machinations. Reject the labels they assign, the programming they embed, and the narratives they project onto your being. Do not be conformed to this world, as Romans 12:2 instructs. This serves as more than a suggestion. It is a command, a call to spiritual insurgency. Actively disengage from their endless noise, their targeted ads, and their curated feeds. These are chains, not connections, designed to keep you tethered to their desires. Your worth is not measured by engagement rates, follow counts, or the products you acquire. It is inherent and bestowed. Recognize this, internalize this, then live from that secure foundation that represents your liberation from their grip and their definitions. True freedom is not granted, it is cultivated. It starts with intentional divestment. Your material holdings often hold you, becoming anchors and distractions that demand maintenance, attention, and energy. Examine your relationship with accumulation and consumption. Are you the owner or the owned? This extends beyond objects to encompass your inner domains. Guard your mind, your body, and your spirit, for they are battlegrounds for your attention and allegiance. The Apostle Paul understood this when he declared, "I discipline my body and keep it under control," in 1 Corinthians 9:27. This remains no abstract concept, but a daily practice and a hard-won victory. Begin with the tangible. Implement a digital detox. Prioritize structured prayer, engaging with the divine rather than the digital feed. Reduce personal debt, as financial entanglement acts as a potent leash. It limits your choices, dictates your actions, and binds you to the system. Disentangle and exercise discipline. These serve as your primary weapons and your shield. Your defense rests in real human connection. Seek out genuine fellowship instead of the digital simulacrum. The scripture is explicit on this. Do not neglect to meet together, as is the habit of some. Hebrews 10:24-25. Such instruction is not a suggestion but a command, and your survival depends upon it. Form robust micro-communities where you share physical resources, skills, time, and knowledge. Build resilience together through mutual aid. Beyond community, consider your labor. The current system values compliance over creation, so shift your focus. This represents a divine mandate. Whatever you do, work heartily, as for the Lord and not for men. Colossians 3:23. Develop practical skills, trades and crafts, honing the ability to build, fix and sustain. Support local commerce by exchanging directly with producers to bypass intermediaries. Starve the machine while nourishing your neighbor. This constitutes the path of self-sufficiency, the route to freedom, and the way of Christ. The way forward is singular and allows no diversions, because this road is constricted. It calls for total divestment. Everything superfluous must be shed. The cost is high, requiring your comfort, security, reputation, and worldly ambitions. This is not a partial surrender but a full abandonment to His will. The alternative is stark, a slow, internal decay in a spiritual void that consumes. It is conformity to a system designed for your enslavement. There is no neutral territory left, no comfortable fence to straddle, and no quiet corner to hide. The lines are drawn, and the choice crystallizes now. Comfort or Christ, choose. This decision defines your future and determines your eternal standing. It shapes your legacy in a collapsing world. May strength fortify your resolve and courage steel your spirit for the trials ahead. They will intensify and demand clarity. May wisdom illuminate your judgment in every transaction, interaction, and piece of information presented. Let discernment be your constant compass and inner tranquility your anchor. In the storm of chaos, hold fast to what is true, to what is eternal, and to Him.